Hey guys, how you doing? It's Kevtech here bringing another video on information technology. I hope you're having a good day. Happy Saturday. And today I want to go over different roles and different job titles and support. So obviously, if you're new to my channel, you know what to do. Rate, comment, subscribe, hit thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Okay. So today I want to go over different job titles and different roles that you could apply to right now if you're getting a job in IT. So obviously for IT support or help desk, service desk, technical support, all these jobs that I'm talking about right now, they're really good jobs that you could apply for, but you need to have the right experience or you need to have the right certification. So there's certain things you need to have. So I want to get started with the first job I found online, which is in New Jersey. It's IT help desk support. So you got to keep in mind that when it comes to salary and support, it varies from company to company. It varies from industry to industry. It also varies from where your location is. So the minimum wage for support or help desk or whatever, it goes from 30K, right? And it could go all the way over 100K in six figures or more, depending where you live. So, and depending what you know and what search you have. So people that tell you that you cannot make money in support, they're probably lying to you or they don't know what they're talking about. So I'm gonna share some snippets of certain things and show you what you need to know for some of these roles. And obviously, I don't like job titles because I don't look at job titles at all. I look at the description of the role and what you're doing in that role because it's very in depth. It's not just password reset or moving people to other offices and stuff like that. We do more than that. So let me share my screen real quick. Let me go over the first role, which is IT help desk. All right. So let me share my screen. Yeah. So this is the first role I found online was IT help desk. This is for New Jersey. And I'm gonna annotate and I'm put like an arrow key right over here just to go over it in depth. So let me get my arrow key. There we go. I got it. So we should be good. So you see here that it's in New Jersey. We always look at reviews because you don't want to work for a crappy company, right? So I always tell people to look at reviews, and it's 55K to 60K, and it's asking for local area network experience, and it's asking for certifications or bachelor's. There's a question mark on it because this is going based on my experience, my qualifications, because they're using my data right now. And then this is the minimum, this is the pay, it's full time. And this is why I go over ticketing systems right now for anyone that's watching me and watching this today. Like, why do you always go over ticketing systems? So it says here you need 4 years of ticketing system. How do you do that, right? How do you get that experience? Well, you could go ServiceNow, you could go with Jira, you could go with Spiceworks. There's a lot of free ticketing systems out there right now that you could get it for free and just practice with it, right? And then Active Directory. Remember, I always make videos on Active Directory because you may need to know about password reset, account creation, unlocking accounts, etc., etc., etc. And then it says 4 years of Microsoft Office Suite. So that could be anything from troubleshooting Word, Excel, PowerPoint, or actually dealing with Exchange or dealing with Office 365 admin privileges or admin things. And then there's MDM. Remember I talk about mobile device management. So this could be like MOS 360, Mobile Iron, AirWatch. Really depends on the application itself. I will probably sign up for a trial and work around that. And obviously you have to be born in the United States. So that is pretty much the first job that I looked up. And I'm going to clear the drawings out right here, right? That is literally the first job I looked up and I found online. So this is called IT help desk support. So I'm going to close out of this. All right. I'm going to open the next one. So this is technical support engineer, right? And there's no salary here. This pays like 80K. So we go over the next one because people were asking me about these roles, right? So this is put an arrow right here, technical support. It has 4,069 reviews, which means it could be an okay company. This is Sony. So Sony's pretty good. California full time. There's another role that we're looking at now. So this requires 2 years of technical support, preferably web applications. So you need to know about coding, some sort of coding, which it may be HTML, CSS, Java. I'm not sure, depending on the company. It actually tells you right here the answer down here in the bottom. So supporting ticketing systems, you need to know about ticketing. So sometimes some of these jobs, they're labeled technical support, but some of these jobs may require you to be a help desk person and a coder at the same time. So you want to look at the job roles. The reason why I say that is because you want to make sure that they're paying you really well or they're paying you good for a job, right? Let me just stop sharing for a second. Sorry, guys. Stop sharing. You want to make sure that they're paying you good. They're paying you what you are worth, right? Because in this job position or this job role, right, you're doing two jobs. You're a coder and you're a help desk person. So it's kind of like, what the hell you want me to do? Or you want me to be a coder, or you want me to be a help desk person? So it's very misleading, right? So for this job, they should at least pay you the minimum 80K or more for this job, because you're a software developer and your support. This doesn't make any sense. Like, there was a guy that I helped that he got a job similar to this. He did coding and he did support, that helped us and support, and he's making over 100K. So that's like very important, is knowing how to market yourself, and knowing that you're not doing two jobs at the same time. That doesn't make any sense, right? So you want to make sure that you're getting paid well for that. Hopefully that makes sense. I'm gonna share again, okay? I had to stop that. I had to stop sharing because I'm showing you how it is with some of these jobs, because basically you're getting ripped off because you're doing two jobs at the same time. That doesn't make any sense, right? All right, so let's see here. So quality of insurance, and then now we have Splunk and Datadog. So you want me to be a, let me erase this real quick. Erase that. So basically, that's why I look at job descriptions really, really in depth, right? Because that pisses me off sometimes. Some of these jobs piss me off sometimes because they want you to do 3 different things. So Datadog, Splunk, right? So they want you to be a help desk person, they want you to be a cybersecurity person, and they want you to be a software developer. That's basically what this job is. It makes no sense, right? Unless they're paying you really well. Now they want you to know Windows, Mac, and Linux, right? So this is part of cybersecurity. You got to know Linux, right? And then you got to create documentation and knowledge base. You must be a team player. Obviously, every job has customer service skills. Obviously, you got to be excellent verbal and written communicator who can work cross functionality in multiple teams. You must be highly organized and detail oriented. You must be able to multitask and work in a fast paced environment. So this could be this right here could be a pro or a con depending on the company. If it says here work in a fast paced environment, that might scare me a little bit depending on the job and depending on the company, because I'm gonna assume that if I work there, I'm gonna get burned out. So you gotta look at that as well. So make sure you do research, you do your due diligence, and you ask a lot of questions, because I don't want to go to a company that is gonna burn me out and I'm gonna hate IT after that. All right. And then all these other things right here. So video, auto call decks. So yeah, these are the coding applications you know, HTML, like I said, WebKit CSS, Web 2.0 solutions. And then you got to know about film, TV, media, obviously, because this is Sony Electronics, so that makes sense. Yeah, so that's it for that one, and I'm gonna clear drawings on that one, and I'm gonna go over to the next job. So let me open this up real quick, the next one, and I'm gonna put that on the screen. Oh, wrong thing. Sorry. There we go. All right. So senior support specialist. And this job makes more sense. This job is like, okay, this makes more sense, and this is for Iron Orbit, right? So let me put annotations on this one just to go over it again. So senior support specialist, all right, 100% remote. I love remote jobs. Obviously, you know, I love remote. Let's look at minimum experience. Let's not look at all this. Let's look at the bottom of it. So you need about Windows Server administration. So that could be like Active Directory, Office. That could be Active Directory, group policy. Anything to do with Active Directory, pretty much. Anything to do with the server console. So it could be anything. 3 years of public cloud environment. So you have VMware, you have Citrix. I'm going to assume that they use Citrix Cloud. Like they have VDI right here. So I'm 99% sure that they're using Citrix Cloud solutions for this role, right? You have to understand networking. So you have to know about TCP/IP. This is why I always tell people that you should know networking, or you should at least read the Network Plus book. On top of on top of your A+, you should at least get fundamentals of networking. It's asking CCNA is a plus, so you should know networking in somewhat of in depth, if that makes sense. It's asking for CCNA, but it would be okay if you don't have it, but it would be awesome if you did have it. That's why I said CCNA is a plus. And then it's a backup solution, which is Veeam. I should make a video on this. Office 365 have a video on this. I need to make a more video in depth on group policy. And this is VoIP. So this is voice over IP phones. So these are Cisco phones, which I actually have an ISO on Cisco phones, and I should make a video on that at some point. MDM is mobile device management. We went over that, and then Cisco, then Sophos, cybersecurity stuff, Sonic Wall, firewall, so that you may need to configure firewalls. This job pays over 100K, by the way. It's like 80K to 120K. I checked online. Immediate knowledge of VMware and Hyper-V, so you need to know about that. Obviously, VMware, you could go get VMware EXXI and practice that. strong knowledge of Windows Server, AD, DNS, DHCP. So you may need to go into your server. You may need to configure DNS, DHCP. I'm not sure how they're set up, but depends on the company. Database of SQL. Obviously, this is a Kevtech. He has videos on databases, so I will look at him. Let's see here. Stay focused on completing tasks, meeting goals with busy work environment. Interest in cloud engineering. It's an impact of greater business and practices. Okay. Skill at working in Taiwan with a team of engineers along. Yeah. So this is a really good role. Actually, there's no rating on this. I will go on Glassdoor and check, and other platforms as well. But this looks like a good role to work for. So I'm gonna clear out the drawings on this one. I'm gonna close out of this and go to the next row. We have a few more after this, right? So we have next one is desktop support engineer, right? And I'm gonna open up annotations again, right? And let's see right now. So it's rated 4.5 out of 5, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Desktop engineer, 70 an hour, North Carolina. Wow, look at that. It's paying really good. That's a good amount of money. Let's see. Please note this will be on site. So this is on site for a duration of 3 months. Target compensation 70 an hour. So sometimes with these roles, like I like them and I don't like them because it's a contract role. So it may be 3 months, it may be less, it may be more. They may be give you an opportunity to work full time or not. So you want to ask a lot of questions. That's usually what I do. So it's just as an example of a job posting. Assist with Office 365, desktop clients, configure Outlook clients to point to Office 365. Yep. Assist with updating, migrating templates. Okay, that makes sense. Desktop support experience, 5 years. 3 years of experience with Office 365. Yep. Experience with troubleshooting Office 365. Profiles. Yeah, that makes sense. Knowledge of enterprise level mobile device manager. I'm already gone over this with MDM. Familiarity with Active Directory, deploying experience. Experience with Outlook, Word, Excel, SharePoint. That makes sense. Good understanding of network concepts such as VIP, voice IP, IP routing, DNS. Okay, that makes sense. Good understanding of experience with Active Directory. Yep. Must be able to work independently. So this is a senior role. They want you to actually have experience. That's why I was asking for 5 years of experience, because they're gonna let you do your own thing, if that makes sense. So you gotta go in there, just doing your own thing. You're a self-starter. That's basically what this role is. Experience with communications and verbal, ability to work with multiple teams, fluent in English, strong analytical problem solving skills. So you have to be really good with figuring out the issue on the fly, or figuring out how to Google the answer or find the solution. That's basically what that means. Interpersonal skills, obviously, knowing how to interact with people. Relevant certifications, experience with Mac devices. So you have to know Mac, you have to know about Mac and Apple devices, whether it's laptops, tablets, etc., etc. So this role is pretty good. 70 an hour, 3 months, maybe more. It says three plus months, so it could be more, it could be less. So I gotta ask a lot of questions. So this is desktop support engineer. This is just one example, right? So I'm gonna clear the drawings on this one. I'm gonna open up the last row for today, because I got over the other ones. Is ServiceDesk, because sometimes I get asked, like, what's the difference between Helpdesk, right, and ServiceDesk? So let me stop sharing again. So sometimes you'll have like two different jobs. You have Helpdesk and ServiceDesk, right? It's 2 different job titles, right? You may be doing the same thing. You may not be doing the same thing, right? Sometimes you have Helpdesk, and Helpdesk gives the ticket to tier 2, which would be called ServiceDesk, right? They get paid more and they have access to more stuff. So it really depends on the company, right? You may be the guy that does everything. You may be called Helpdesk and you just do everything and you get paid a lot of money, right? It really depends on the industry, depends on the company. Just want to say that real quick. Let me share my screen and we're almost done, okay? All righty. So let me put the annotations on this one as well. All right, so what do we have over here? So we have a role in Maryland, 65K to 76K. That's really, really good. Full-time role. All right, this is really, really good so far. I'm liking this. Let's see here. As a service desk engineer, picture yourself taking ownership of customer incidents by providing telephone, remote, email support to the clients. Is really good. This one, you need to know about Windows Server, DNS, DHCP, VPN. So they're probably using some sort of VPN, probably Cisco VPN, Cisco AnyConnect, I'm guessing. Group policy, folder permissions, firewall, VMware, printers, terminals, Citrix servers, Office 365, Mac workstations, connectivity issues, Office Suite, collaborating with a great team, Okay, that looks pretty good. Learning a ton and being faced with new challenges every day and gaining exposure to all the most cutting edge technology. That's pretty cool. Very good. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far, especially the pay. Look at that pay though, 65K to 75K. That's pretty good. A few years working with external clients in a managed service or IT. So this is, you have to have MSP experience. That's basically what it's asking for. How do you get that? There's several ways to do that. There are MSP companies that are hiring right now, so I would definitely look at that. I mean, it could be good, it could be bad. It depends on the company. So if you do want to work in an MSP company, you can. It could be stressful. It really depends on your manager. It depends on the company you're working for. It's very fast paced, by the way. So an MSP could be good because you learn a lot, but also it could be like hell for you if you don't like fast pace and you're not able to adapt to change. You're not able to adapt to learning. So it's just letting you know right there, because I worked in an MSP before. I have a lot of experience in MSPs. So VMware, Office 365, Microsoft Office applications, Microsoft Office, servers. Let's see here. True passion for driving, creating an unmatched customer. So they really love customer service. That's me. I love customer service. I love working with people. That's just me. All right. Let's see. Ability to experience independent as a team, excel in fast-paced environment. A strong desire to learn and focus to ensure we are helping all clients within IT. So this is again customer service. The availability to work flexible hours. Sometimes you may be working extra hours because when you work for an MSP company like managed services, right? It could be it could be good, it could be bad. You do a lot of overtime. They pay a lot of money for overtime, by the way. You make a lot of money in an MSP with OT. They always have OT. They always have projects that they're working on. And that looks amazing on a resume, by the way. So then when you go to the next job, you could go for a job that's not MSP related, right? Like a hedge fund, like what I do, right? Because hedge funds or financial services, they love someone that has worked in an MSP company. I'm going based on my experience, going based on my jobs, right? They love people that have MSP experience because you touch different technologies. And in the financial services sector, you do touch a lot of different technologies, and they love seeing that on their resume. All right. It says ideal certifications: A plus, network plus, security plus, server plus, cloud plus. So again, you see A plus is right here. If people say, "Oh, it doesn't pay a lot of money," yeah, you guys need to calm down right there. You guys need to shut up right now. I'm just saying, I don't want to make anyone feel bad, but A plus is there. It's for a reason, right? 65K to 76K. And just having A plus, depending on the job, you could make over 100K. So people that tell you that you can't make money in support, they're lying to you. Going based on that again. So I'm gonna clear my drawings, close this out, close it out, and I'm gonna stop sharing. So that's it. That's pretty much it for today. I just want to go over certain roles in IT and support and how much they pay. Obviously, it depends where you live, depends on the industry, depends on the company, depends on your experience, depends what search you have, and a lot of other stuff. But it's always going to be around 30K to over 100K. So you want to do your research. And I'm going to share one more thing with you before I go, just so you guys are aware, right? So this is how I do it. This is how I look up jobs just to show you guys real quick. Let me share one more time before we let you go. I put IT support, right? Or desktop support, doesn't matter what it is, right? And I literally go to salary estimate. Look at this. IT support pays over 140K, right? So I go here, right? And I start like pegging it down, navigating to it, right? And this doesn't have anything here. I see there's nothing here, right? So then what I do is I go and type desktop support, right? And I go to this one, and I go to salary again, and I see it pays over 90K, right? So there's a range, right? It goes all the way to 109K. So it's called infrastructure specialist, right? And I go here, like ServiceDesk, look at this, in Connecticut, 120K. So then I go here, right? I look at what are they asking for. All right, so they want someone that knows SQL, firewall, right? DNS, group policy, some cloud, 5 to 10 years in IT, all right? All right, that makes sense. So someone that already has 3 to 4 years, I'll apply to this job anyway. I don't look at this. You have to know how to market yourself, right? And it's another job right here, Rockville. I was actually in Rockville, in Maryland, actually, like a few weeks ago, by the way. It says 5 years of experience, right? Office products, knowledge of server 2012 R2, Exchange, Sonic Wall, again, VMware. Provide on-site support for Washington, D.C. area. Like these jobs, like the tuition reimbursement. Look at that. It's a good company to work for. On call, like probably on like a rotational on call. It's another job right here, desktop support, right? Go to this job. This is New York. This is where I live, right? Washington, D.C. Look, the range is crazy. Look at this, 65K to 135K in desktop support. So people that tell you that there's no money in this, they're lying to you. So this is why I go over. This is why I make the videos I make, because there's money in this. It's not because I don't want you to make money. I want you to make money, but you need to learn the skills, right? So Canada will 1 to 2 support years. Canada will provide 1 to tier 1 to tier 2 support and stuff like that. So workstation Windows 7, install configure workstations. Like, anyone could do this job. Look at this. Look at all the stuff you need to know on this job. This is so simple. It's not complicated, right? So this is how it is. This is what it is. I'm gonna stop sharing. So that's it. That's pretty much it for jobs. That's how I search. I put the salary amount. I click on the salary button. I look at the job description. I look at what they're asking for, and I start learning those skills. Then I tailor my resume to those skills, and then I start applying for those jobs. And I will do the same thing on LinkedIn. I go online on LinkedIn. I filter the salary amount. I filter the skills. I look at the skills. I change my skills on my resume, and then I may go and reach out to a hiring manager, or I may go and email a manager, or I may go and talk to a job recruiter. You know, you got to do these things to make you stand out. All right. With that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care. Peace. Bye.